We as Jews should be aware that anti-Semitism is not going to disappear.
Of course.
And there are a lot of reasons for it. But generally speaking, it has become very useful, I would say, to blame the Jews.
Always.
When we look, and it's a combination of certain motives, whether it is jealousy. You know, only 14 million Jews all over the world. Israel is a tiny country, only 8 million citizens. But we are successful.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, because of our spirit and our knowledge, we are successful by all means. It brings about jealousy. It's part of the problem. Another part of the problem is misunderstanding the situation, first of all in the Middle East. I claim that to blame Israel for instability in the Middle East, it is ridiculous. But there are still those who blame Israel for the situation in the Middle East. And we heard it, even from our friends, that the cause for instability in the Middle East is the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. How can you claim it? Witnessing the civil war in Syria, we are not involved in it. And they fight each other, they kill each other. In Iraq, Shia versus Sunnis. We are neither Shias nor Sunnis. It's not because of us. In Libya, tribal conflict. In Egypt, there was revolution, counter-revolution. We are not connected to it. But, you know, there are those who, in very easy way, say the main problem is the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Unless it is solved, the Middle East is not going to be stabilized. And by this way, actually, they blame us. And in a way, they blame us for jihadist attacks in Paris or elsewhere. It comes from this perspective. They need explanation why Muslims hate the Christians or whatever. Why Muslims are terrorists. And 99.9% of terrorists all over the world are Muslims. It's not because of us. Not because of the state of Israel, not because of the Jews. It's very easy to blame. And when it comes to fascism, racism, even in societies, to include in the United States today, those who, in a very easy way, blame the Jews because of the influence, because of the success, and this is part of the problem in the recent tragic attack in Pittsburgh, in the synagogue. We should be aware of it. Its ups and downs, the anti-Semitism, is not going to disappear. I believe that you in Mexico City, as I understand, in learning situation, you don't suffer from this kind of anti-Semitism, but it's not forever. Whether it is because of the ways that radical Islamic movements are directing their efforts against the Western civilization, against the state of Israel, Iranian Shia, Sunni jihadists, Muslim Brotherhood, whatever. And of course, if someone, if Mexico will face economic crisis, be careful. I'm quite sure that the Jews are going to be blamed. That's why we should be very cautious about it.
Yeah.
We shouldn't give up on this issue. Part of it is education. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just coming from Europe in security, from the security forum, to explain the real situation in the Middle East, to explain the phenomena of jihadists coming from Iraq and Syria to attack them in Europe, or jihadists coming, Europeans coming from Europe to join ISIS in Syria and Iraq and coming back to Europe to perpetrate terror attacks. Don't blame us. We are on the same side. It's a very easy way to blame the Jews. forget about it. This is not the way to meet the challenge. So generally speaking, as I said, anti-Semitism is not going to disappear. We should be cautious. We should be unified in fighting it. We should deal with it by educational tools, trying to explain the young generation here, Jews, non-Jews, all over, students in the campuses, which is a big challenge now, even in the United States. What is the real situation in the Middle East? That's why each of us should be a warrior on this battle. Nowadays, with social media, we can chat, we can blog, we can talk back, we can disseminate articles regarding what really is the truth about the situation regarding the Jewish people in the state of Israel, and each of us can be a warrior in this battle, which is very important.